Hello students, so today we'll again continue with the chapter Seeing in the Mind. So till this point you had seen that everyone, the Nina Warden and her family, Jenny's family, they all went to a holiday trip. And during this trip, all the children, like Jenny's, all the elder brothers and sisters and Nina's children, they all went and they were, climbing a steep cliff, and Jenny was left out, okay, and left out in the sense she was not allowed to climb that. Why? Because she was partially blind. So, and she was said that she was not allowed to do dangerous things. And it was during this trip, only holiday trip, that she asked Nina to write a book about a blind girl, okay. And then Nina asked her what sort of book, and she said very promptly, very immediately. Means she was already thinking about that kind of book, so very immediately she replied that a book about jewel thieves and caves and a girl who does something brave. So you want a book about what? Jewel thief. Jewel is what? Precious stones, and caves means gufa, and a girl who does something brave. And a girl will be who? The blind girl who will do something brave, means without any fears, with courage she will do something, okay, like that. About that kind of, she wanted a story of that kind. We discussed what a blind girl could do that was special, something a sighted person would find difficult. So Jenny and Nina, they discussed, right, what would be special for a blind girl? What can she do that the person who can see well cannot do? Okay, so we're discussing about it, and the very night they got the answer. So see here that that night in the creaky old man's, we were given their answer. That that very night they got that answer. Creaky old man's is that mansion, the house where they were all staying. Creaky is what? Full of sounds, like because old house. So if there's a little bit of wind or something at night, we feel like there are different kinds of sounds are coming like that. So it's creaky old mansion. There was a storm and all the lights in the house went out. So what happened? There was a storm. Storm means tufan aya, and then all the lights went out. So even here also you can see, right, when there is a storm or wind also a little bit, what happened? The lights goes out, right? The electricity is cut. So there also it was the same thing. The lights went out and it was total dark. And they are saying that we were an improvident lot and had neglected to buy candles. Improvident means not very careful, not cautious, not wise, and they did not think to buy candles. They did not think only that there will be a storm and then lights will go out. Actually, we will not think about these things, right? When we are on a holiday trip, we are all busy there enjoying. So they were all busy enjoying. They did not think about that, and then they did not have any candles. Now it was all pitch dark, and they were saying maybe obviously they were staying in a rented house. They might have been provided candles, but they did not know where they were. Okay, so it was all total dark. So they were provided, and we had not seen them, so they didn't know where were the candles. So now the manse was full of crooked corridors and unexpected stairs. So she's saying that what happened? The manse was full of crooked corridors. Crooked means not straight, okay. It was a big mansion, big house, so it was obviously full of corridors and stairs. Unexpected means they did not expect that the stairs will be there. Expected nahi tha ki the stairs honge us hisab se. So they were like very difficult for them, okay, now because it was so dark. How will they move around? So the only person who was able to find her way around the necessary guide when one of us wanted to go to lavatory was 7 years old. I can see how to go in my mind. So the only person who could go around, मतलब उस darkness में भी जो चल पा रही थी, जा पा रही थी, इधर उधर घूम पा रही थी, who was that girl? It was Jenny, okay. And she was the guide when some of us wanted to go to the lavatory. Lavatory means the toilet or washroom, if they had to use the washroom or the toilet. So the only person who could be their guide was who? Jenny. She was 7 years old and she was their guide, and she said, I can see how to go in my mind. So the chapter name is Seeing in the Mind. So now here we see that she said, I can see how to go in my mind. Why do you think she said that? Why? Because she was born with like that, okay. She could not see properly. It was on every day was dark for her, okay. But the rest of them, what happened? It was all of a sudden it was total darkness for them. So they were not used to it. So how will they move around? For Jenny, it was not like that. She was born with that. She could not see properly. She could just see a little light and shade. So it was nothing unusual for her, okay. It was usual only. Darkness was usual for her, so it was very easy for her to move around. She was used to it. Now it will be difficult for us, someone like us. Why? Because we have seen everything, and all of a sudden if I ask you to cover your eyes with a cloth and for one whole day and do your things, will you be able to do? No, not even us. Why? because we are not used to that. But for the blind persons, they're used to that. Okay, it is already dark for them, so to move around in the dark is nothing different for them. So it was the same case with Jenny. So she could see with her mind. Obviously, we have seen blind people, they go walk on their own, they do their things on their own. How do they do? Because they have that sense in them. Okay, sixth sense bolte hai jo, they have, then they know where are the things, they know how to go. So that is why it is easy for them, because they are used to that darkness. Andhere, they are used to it, unlike us. So we are used to the daylight, they are not used to it. It's every day it is dark for them. So that is why they see in their mind. वे लोग mind में पढ़ लेते हैं कहाँ पे क्या है. They think in their mind, they see in their minds. That is why it is easy for them to do the things. Okay, that is the same case with Jenny. That is why she is telling the only, when there was a storm and the house went pitch dark, total dark. So what happened? The only person who could move around was Jenny. And why do you think she could do that? Because she was used to the darkness. She was used to that darkness. It was, every day was already dark for her, so it was nothing new for her, and so she could move around. Okay, so she could move around and help the other people to and show them the road to where to, if they had to use the washrooms or the toilets. And then she was their guide. For that night she became their guide. Okay, and that is why you can see that saying that I can see how to go in my mind. So this line is very important here. Clear?